I wanted to move towards what people can do at home or what you teach your clients to do outside of an office setting to help them with all of this overwhelming fear and worries.
There's a bunch of stuff that can be done and that people can do. But I think one of the things that I really like doing, and I'm sorry to harp on about it, is to help people see the distinction between the images in that they're making in their head and the reality. So one very easy strategy that I give people to do, well let's try this. Give me an example of one thing that people typically seem to be worrying about at the moment in relation to Corona.
Not being able to take care of their families because they're too sick.
Okay, great one. So James, close your eyes for a second and just have the thought, I can't take care of my family because either I'm too sick or they're sick and they need me. Really have that thought. Really just sit with it. And just notice as you have that thought, there may likely be a response. Might feel a certain way. And just notice that. And now what I'd like you to do is almost imagine kind of stepping out that thought so that you see it more clearly as a thought. If it helps to put a border around it, do that. But in your mind now, I want you to say to yourself something that's similar, that's slightly different, which is, I'm observing a thought. I'm worrying about not being able to provide the help for my family. I'm observing a thought. I can't take care of my family. And what's the difference as you step out of it and say to yourself, no, I'm experiencing the thought I can't take care of my family. Does that feel somehow different from
Yes, much. There was definitely a shift. I went from feeling all this angst in my chest and in my stomach to, you know what? It's just a thought.
So one thing I get people to do is to practice that idea of like, if there's something that's bothering them, just being able to rephrase it instead of like, I'm anxious about dying. That's very different from I'm experiencing the thought I'm anxious about dying.
Right.
It has it helps nudge you towards seeing that it's just a transient experience that's coming up in awareness.
It's just the train coming at us from the screen.
Yes, exactly.
Absolutely.
And the reality is, once you begin to see that it's all just the train, you don't need to run out the cinema in order to stay safe. In just the same way that if you're channel hopping and you see a serial killer film and the serial killer is coming towards the screen with a knife, how many people have to change the channel in order not to get stabbed?
It sounds kind of silly, doesn't it? When you put it that way.
But again, it doesn't mean that there's no one in the world that will ever have an intruder who will kill them.
Right.